All right, so when I came home, the batteries was dead because the breaker clicked. And when that's the only thing I'm starting not to like about a battery with a breaker on it. It's a good thing, but it's also, pros and cons to everything. So when I got home, the breakers clicked, which means cut off. And the only way that the battery can be charged is if I come in and manually cut the breakers back on. So, and then the inverter won't come on until it get to a certain voltage. And I'm thinking it's at 45.8. And we're bringing in 400 watts. Sorry about the way I sound. I just came from the dentist. But yeah, but I wanted to do this review because I wanted to let y'all know. So I'm gonna go with, I don't think the batteries was fully charged. I really don't. I don't think they was fully charged because the inverter was off, and then we still got about 42 amp hours left. So I'm gonna say it wasn't. And once I get able to get this meter to come on, I can tell you how many kilowatts we took out of the batteries. And that lets me know it wasn't fully charged because it have to be at like 47.8, if I believe. No, I'm sorry, 57.8. So it wasn't charged. Let's see. Excuse me where I sound like I literally just left the dentist. So it's telling me we're at 46.3. And we're bringing in 324 watts. And over here on the 24 volt, we're at 23.9, which is pretty good for that. Okay, so I'm gonna let these batteries charge, but this time, once I be able to tell y'all how many kilowatt hours we took out of the batteries, I'll let y'all know. I'll update the video again, but I'm gonna let this battery charge, and this time I'm gonna try to get it to 57.8 because that's fully charged, and I had it at like 53.2. And it's telling me that we still got it was dead and we still got 42 amp hours left, which is a lot of amp hours, still. So I'll get back with y'all once I'm able to get this inverter to turn on, because like I say, it won't turn on until it's at a certain voltage. Okay, look like we got it on. Okay. Oh man. It went away. It didn't. I guess it didn't record what we took out of the batteries. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so I guess it has to stay on in order to see what we took out of the battery. So that sucks. But I guess I'll run another test. It's just like I said, this one, it deleted once it cut off. These breakers will click once the battery is completely dead. I mean, that's a safety feature because if you don't, then it'll take the batteries all the way down. So I guess that's a good thing and a bad thing. And the bad thing being that if you have your house running on it, it'll click off. That's the bad thing about these batteries. See, that's why I like the Chevy Volt. And sometimes with the Chevy, with the inverter, sometimes the inverter can cut off and won't come back on and keep that beeping noise to drain the battery all the way down. So you want to get you a good inverter. You want to get you one that if the voltage drop low, it will cut off, and once the morning come, and once the morning come, it'll cut back on without you have to automatically cut back on without you have to manually cut it back on, which is good because, what if you're out of town for 2 days and the battery drains? But that's the reason why I have the Generac backup home generator. I have that so when this drops to a certain voltage, that generator will kick on, charge the batteries to a certain voltage, then cut off, and it's like a complete cycle. You don't ever have to worry about messing with the system. So with a backup generator on some batteries like that, only like these, that's fine, because like I say, set it to a certain voltage and it will never click off, because the generator will cycle it, keep it going, charge the batteries when the solar is not available. But I don't have all that hooked up just yet, which I am, because I'm gonna show you that living off grid, you can live off grid, and you can live off grid with a maintenance-free system. You know, it's just you have to have the backup generator and a certain type of inverter that allows, because this one allows that I can run a dry connect straight in there and have that generator kick on as soon as I tell it. Like if I set it at, let's say I set the inverter at 40, let's just say 45 volts. So once the batteries hit 45 volts, I mean the generator will kick on automatically, charge my batteries up to whatever the set point I have it at, and let's just say charge them all the way. Well, let's just charge them kind of full. Let's just say 56 volts, because 57.8 is full. So I have it set to 56 volts, and then it'll kick off, and then run back normal with solar panels and with the solar coming in. Which, like I say, tomorrow I'm going to Dallas, Texas to buy me a whole bunch of more solar panels, and I'm gonna have 2 legs. I'm probably gonna have 2,000 here, 2,000 here coming in on the PV side, on the solar side. But I'm gonna let this battery charge back up, and then I'll hit y'all with a updated video.